Welcome to the Rugged Rundown this week, and my name is Bob Johnson, and today what we're going to talk about is a comparison of the Panasonic Toughpad FZ-G1 versus Panasonic's very own Toughpad FZ-M1. And this goes back to one of my viewers asking me which one is better. Well, I got to tell you, they're both fantastic tablets. If you notice here, I have them both mounted in desktop docking port replicators, I guess you would call these. For example, the M1's mounted in its desktop port replicator. It even has a battery charger on the back, so if you have extra batteries that you need to charge, you would pop them in here. This port replicator, just so you know, enables you to hook up an external monitor, mouse, keyboard, so that when you're on the road, you come back in the office, you pump it back in here, boom, you can watch, you have a computer with a bigger monitor now. So that would make it really handy, because you gotta admit, the FZ-M1 has a small screen. It's running Windows 10. It's a great little powerful tablet, if you ask me. And if you look at the FZ-G1, which is in the same family, it's a Toughpad, you take it out of its port replicator, same thing, port replicator just makes your tablet where you can hook a big monitor, keyboard, and mouse to it while you're in your office. It has a bigger screen, obviously, so the first obvious difference here, if you can take a look at this, is the size of the screens. The other difference between these two units is the FZ-G1 has an upgrade port right here, so you can add like an extra USB port, GPS, a barcode reader. This particular one has a barcode reader in it. So you have a little more upgradability, whereas the M1, you'll note, doesn't have that upgrade port on it. The other thing about the FZ-G1, it has a few extra ports. So on this side of the tablet, you'll see it has a USB port, an HDMI port with a headphone jack, so you can have external sound. As well, you know, it still has the X strap, so you can carry it around. By the way, it's pretty cool. I love these things because you can carry it around, spin it around. FZ-G1 is also going to be heavier because it's a bigger tablet. Now the M1 only has the port, you know, obviously where you plug in the AC adapter, but it also has over here one USB port and a headphone jack right there. That's the only ports it has. What would you use this in? It's very common to have a card swiper on here so that you can do point of sale while you're walking around. So let's say you're walking around and you're taking credit cards for sales. You could swipe the card and do your sale. Person could walk out the door with the product. You don't have to go to a physical register. That's kind of what this was used for. The FZ-G1 is more of a application situation where you might be walking around a warehouse or driving around in a forklift. This is mounted in the forklift and you're doing inventory control. So you count inventory, you would put it into a database, and you have the bigger screen so you can see things better. That's what you would use the G1 for. So which one is better? It depends on your application, in my opinion. But I really like the port replicators. I'll show you these again. You just pop it in, boom, you're in. You would have your big monitor, your keyboard and your mouse, and now you actually have a pretty nice computer. Same thing with the M1. You go out in the field, you need to transfer data to your network, because on the back here, by the way, is your Ethernet port, more USB ports, and of course external monitor ports, and they love that 9-pin serial port as well. You can also charge extra batteries, but I think I already told you that. Well, that's all I really got on these two units. This is the comparison. I hope you learned something. I'll see you guys next week.